Alright, first things first. Gotta mix up some more magic white. Now, I mix my own titanium white and 50% linseed oil, and I mix it just a little heavy on the oil. I know people that mix it 70-30, 70% oil, 30% titanium white. And I'm just eyeballing it because, like I said, you can be a little heavy on the oil. I try to stick to 50-50, and then, like I said, I'll make it a little heavier. Just making sure to get all that paint out of there. Roll your tubes up unless you got one of those machines that squeeze it out. Don't worry about that oil brownish looking color. It goes away once you start mixing it. Oh, I gotta get another bottle. I use linseed oil for my liquid clear. All right. I got these little paint containers that I got. You can hear how loose it is, how runny it is. All right. Now we're going to put as thin of a coat as we possibly can. Alright, so I'm going to take my 2-inch brush. I'm going to dip down into it. Just knock some of it off. And start at the top. And start pulling it down. I'm not doing the edges yet because I don't want it to bleed underneath the tape. But once I get it pulled out real thin, I'll go back and do my edges. And I'm pressing as hard as I can. Really stretching it, thinning that layer out. Constantly pulling it down. Because I'm using post board, I gotta be really careful though. It'll soak up that first thin layer, so you gotta go back and make sure you don't have no dry spots. Alright, I'm gonna flip it over, use the other side of the brush. such a thin layer, you can literally scrub it. But you still need to pull it down because scrubbing it could really be thicker than you want it. All right. Now I'm going to go back and make sure my edges are covered. I won't add no more to the canvas until I'm finished and I've checked it, and I absolutely have to pick up some more. I won't unless I have to. Try to use what's on the board. Just grab it from one wet spot and pull it to the dry spot. Bob said this is the #1 reason why painting fails. I say it in every video because even I messed this up when I first started. That's how I know how easy it is to mess this part in. This layer is way thinner than you could have possibly imagined. Alright, I know I have wiped the whole board, been over it a few times. Looking straight at it, I cannot tell what's wet, what's dry. It all looks wet because it's shining. When you're looking straight at it, you can't tell, so lean forward. Lean all the way up to the side of the canvas, and then look from this side to this side. And then you'll see dry spots if you have any. I do on the edges right here. Like I said, I don't want to put no more on my brush. I'll just use everything up here and pull it to those dry spots. If you don't wait just for a few seconds and let it soak up that first layer and you start painting, if it dries out on you in the middle of painting, it'll mess you up. Alright, I know I've been over the whole thing. I'm still going to lean up and make sure I don't have no dry spots. If you lean up and you don't have dry spots, you probably put too much on it. So get a dry brush and go back over it. Just pulling from the top down. I see a little dry spot on this edge, but you won't see it unless you lean forward. You won't see those spots. Hey everyone, how are y'all tonight? Hey Tracy, Winter Folk, Mark, Captain Morgan. How are y'all today? Let's just start off with, and we're just going to do a simple sky instead of a whole bunch of colors like I usually do. Just going to do a simple sky. All right. I did a painting earlier with Prussian blue. I'm going to use Italia blue on this one. Find it. It'll be alright. I got another blue here to work. Cleaning me a little spot to put it on mess on. All right. This is Caribbean blue. All right. All right. Let me show you how we're going to pull the paint out. So you just use the corner of your brush, whatever it is. Don't have to be one just like this. You can use whatever you're comfortable with. Fan brush, filament brush, whatever. Big 2-inch brush, whatever you're happy with. All right, pull out a little bit of paint and then tap those bristles really hard. We're not trying to pick up a lot of paint, but we are trying to make sure all those bristles are covered. And when you press it really hard, they spread out. They all get covered. All right. You could do small X's. Right now I'm just scrubbing in some color. We'll go back in a minute and blend it. I'm really pressing it really hard into the canvas so that when I go back to blend it, that value stays. All right, that'll work. Go to my big 2-inch. This is what I use for blending for. Use it for a lot of stuff actually. All right, we can start right here and work our way out. Just with small X's. Those small X's will build the sky for you. Have so much action going on. Alright. Soften up this a little bit. The more I rub on it, the softer it'll get. Alright. Just lightly go across it. Let it pick up anything we don't need. Since this is the furthest back, I'm going to make it really, really light. Like I said, just keep rubbing on it. And constantly mixing with that magic light. Alright. Before we go into the white, I want to put a little bit of dark color up there. So we will put just a little bit of the Persian blue. Do the same thing, tap it. It's such a strong color, you gotta be careful. Too much, it just take over. Just lightly touching it. When I come back to blend, I don't want to have to blend a whole bunch of paint down. Alright, that'll work. Once again, let's see. Alright, couple of clouds, really good to go. just wiggling my fan brush. It helps put the paint on the edges better. To me it does anyway. Just thinking. Alright. Make sure clean real quick. Alright. Go back to my little Alright, what do I do with it? There it is. Alright, just the bottom edge. Just want to work this. Keep small circles. Just keep your brush moving. That's all you need to do. Keep it moving. Alright. Just gonna fluff these up a little bit. Alright, and lightly go across this. All right, that works. Now, what else am I gonna put in here tonight? Any ideas, anybody? Taking requests, ideas for landscape, mountains, trees, cabin, a pond. I don't know. What do you want to see? Let me go back and lighten that one up a little bit more. All right. All right. Nobody said nothing. Tell you what. We'll do a big old barn. How about that? All right, so I need to mix up a little bit of purple. And to do that, you mix a red and a blue. All right. Don't want to do that. I can't make up my mind what I want to do. Ain't that bad. Alright, this will work. Now, if it don't want to come off for you, just mix it a little thinner with it. Alright. Let's see what else we can do. Just a little sap green, just to add some different colors. Alright, let's see. I need to put some colors up there for sure. What else? Yeah, I got a few colors. Just a few. Oh yeah. All right. Got us some colors now. Let's see. So I'm gonna take some of this light blue color and put it in the water. Put it in some water. I want to keep these lines straight too. We'll come back in a minute, blend it down. All right, that'll work. So we'll come in, soften all this. It's okay if you grab some of that color and pull it. It's like shadows. Don't try to grab a whole bunch, but if you get some of it, that's fine. We're gonna pull some reflections out of here in a minute. I'm gonna add a little bit more of that color. Just a little bit. All right, that'll work. Remember, pull these straight. All right, that works for me. All right, now there's two ways to do this. We can reach up there and pull down what's already there. Like just grab some of that color and pull it down. Make sure to pull them straight down though. Alright, now we'll take the other brush. I'll go over it one more time just to pull those down. Alright, now lightly go across it. Just drag the brush, no pressure. Reflections. Alright. Ouch. Before I go on, I'll put a little bit of color on some of those. I'm just dipping the very tip of this brush into the paint. I don't want it all over the brush, just on the tip. Just light touches, really light touches. All right. Got another red one. If it isn't thin enough, put a couple of drops of thinner with it. I'm doing the same thing, just getting color on the tips of the brush. I should have been putting some of that color down in the water, but I'm gonna go back and do it. All right. So just like I was saying, just tap a little bit, even less than what you did up there. I think this has to be the most fun, creating all this stuff. Right. Now, this is where you get to test and see how light your touch is. So you want to go over this. I mean, like, really 3 hairs. And let me get another brush. Too many loose hairs on that one. All right. Now do the same thing. Oh, I gotta put some red in there. Almost forgot. All right. Lightly, no pressure at all. No pressure. 3 hairs and some air. Make sure you pull these straight across.
Ain't no live.
Yeah, I'm live.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm live. All right. Now we get a little white. I like to start up here. When you're doing waterlines, if you keep the top of that blade straight as you're shaking your lines out, it'll lay these lines down for you perfect. All right. I always start at the highest point and work my way down. We'll start back here. To me, it comes off the knife easier coming down instead of going up. And like I said, just shake the knife straight. All right. Let's see what else we can do. we'll put in some dark ground, and then we'll come back and put some grass over it. They're just tapping. As we get closer, I want it to get a little bit darker. Add a little more blue to it. And that's just undercolor, shadows and stuff. All right. Clean the brush. And now I'll go into this sap green. And then I can hit this with some yellow and get some beautiful green tones out of it.
Damn, Dad, it smells like freaking.
Watch it.
Damn. That's pretty though. I want to go fishing.
Me too.
You want to? I got to. I got the poles ready.
Tonight?
Obviously not. Where the hell would we go fishing tonight? Hey, that'd be cool though. We can go fishing in the dark. You and me, we can go live doing that. That'd be fun. Just a gator. That looks so realistic, bro. You make it look so easy, and it ain't.
Alright, now I'm gonna put a little
I'm gonna go to bed.
are you?
Yes, I'm tired.
Alright, I love you.
I love you, okay?
Oh yeah.
You sure?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I love you.
Good night, baby.
Bye, TikTok.
Alright. Clean that off. Let me see. Need to mix a little white with some sap green. Just to lighten it. Oh yeah, that'll work. I think not over mixing it makes it look even better. Right. Put a little blue in it too. I'll hit that with some yellow instead of green. Don't worry about covering up everything. All right. Now we'll go over the whole thing with some cad yellow. And then figure out what else we're going to put on here. If it don't want to come off, just mix it a little thinner with it, and it'll work for you. Alright, it don't want to come off for me, so I'm going to mix a couple of drops. I don't want to have to tap too hard. I really just want to touch it. There. Now I gotta be careful not to touch it too much. Because it definitely wants to come off. Alright. Let's see. A big old barn. And oh my gosh, covering up everything. So I'm taking my knife and scratching out the layout of my barn. Just helps me to put that next layer in without making mud. Alright, you see I'm scratching it hard. Alright. Let's take a little bit of, we'll use some black. Just to do our first eave there. Alright. Let me get a little bit of this red out. There it is. I'm just going to use a little bit of black to mark the other eave so y'all can see it. Alright. We'll take that red color. First, we're just going to block it in with color. And then we'll come back and make it look old. It's okay if you grab some of that black because we're going to pull some of it down for the shadow. Alright. Now, like I said, we're going to get a small roll of black. Just to come down these edges. Just a little. Alright. Still going to use that black color. Now just to lightly, just like the snow on a mountain. You just want to drag. I keep flattening the paint out, so I keep grabbing a smallest roll I can. Alright. And the side over here, I'm gonna put the black on it and then go over it with a little bit of red. Alright, like I said, I'm gonna go over this side with a small amount of the red. This should be the darkest side. Alright, I'm gonna rub that some. Just like that. Let's see if I can cut board the inner if we're going to have to use the color. Oh yeah. Just using the edge of the knife. Not so much on that side. Alright, gotta take out a door. Let's see. Once again, just scratching out the heavy paint I don't need. And I'll go back in it with some black. Oh yeah. That works for me. Now, what color top? We'll just do a silver top. That'll work. A little bit of white, a little bit of black. Alright, so I didn't mix it all the way. And then I'm going to put a little black right over it. So now it's got several different colors. And then a little line on the other side. Alright, just like that. Alright, we'll take a little bit of white. Hey Donna, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you. Alright. So now we'll just go across the top with just a little bit of light. If you need to thin it out some, that's fine. Let me get my small knife. Alright. And then around the barn door. Maybe a little bit in this corner. Alright, that'll work. Now let's fix the ground a little bit. Oh, let's see. That's gonna work. Alright, so right up around the door, around the wall actually, just need to put something around it to landscape it a little better. Alright, got that pretty good. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna go to a little bit of black, a little bit of blue. Couple of colors and we'll call it done. Not bright enough to show up. One more color. Almost through, guys. We'll pull the tape off of it and take a look at it. All right. Alright, so what do y'all think? Does my barn look old enough? Square up the roof? What do you mean? You know, when if this is the closest to you, that's the longest corner. If that one's further away, it's the shortest corner. Everything gets smaller as it gets further away, right? You don't want to square it up to a perfect square. I mean, you can on yours. You can on yours. I don't. Yeah, the tape sets it off, man. Now, if I was painting that barn looking straight at it, no side view at all, it would be square. But as soon as you shift it, that corner closest to you should be bigger than the other corners. And you could always go back and put like little black lines in the roof for like 10 sheets. You can do all kinds of stuff. I mean, you don't have to quit just because I did. Thanks a lot, Peter. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. It's getting late. I got to get a couple hours of sleep. Thank y'all for coming tonight. I really appreciate it. If I missed your comment, I'll try to get back to you. When I'm painting, I get caught up in the painting and forget to turn around. I apologize. I'm surprised I didn't get no puzzle pieces tonight. That's amazing. All right. Y'all have a great night.